Welcome to day number 7 of #Codetober. So for today's video, I'm going to explain what is the input keyword that you can use in DataWeave. To explain that, I first just want to show this really quick. These are the supported data formats that you can use inside DataWeave. You have application CSV, DW, flat file, Java, JSON, etc. So taking that in mind, I am going to show you how to use the input keyword with a CSV format. So I'm going to show you how to add specific things to the input keyword for the CSV format. So let's see an example. So in this example, you can see that it automatically takes whatever is in the CSV and transforms it into a JSON. The thing is that sometimes the CSVs are not as straightforward as you may think. So let's see, let's do some changes. Let's say, for example, all right, and now that we do that, it doesn't work as it was working anymore. I'm just adding this for comparison purposes. So in this case, you can clearly see that you had name, last name, age, and gender, and you have two different objects. But in this case, since we changed the commas for colon, I think this is called a colon, then it doesn't work anymore because it doesn't automatically predict what this is going to be. So for this, you can use the input keyword. And now you have to personalize this with your specific options. So in this case, you want to say that the separator is a colon and not a comma. So if we go back to the documentation, we will see here in the reader properties, these are the things that we can use. So the thing that we want to use is the separator property that we want to use in the input. So let's take that. And now we simply add that separator. I think you can just do it here. Yes. So now you can specify what specific separator you're using. You can also select some of the other properties. For example, let's say the header. So because we do have a header right here and the default is true, it's just working as it is expected. But let's take this out and see what happens. Since we have header true, now it assumes that Mariano, my first line, is actually my header, which is not true. And even if I take this off, this is the default value. So it's always gonna work like that unless I specifically tell it that it's not how it's supposed to be working. So let's just change this to false. And now it works. I mean, it does add like new columns just because it doesn't know where the columns are supposed to be named as. But you can personalize however you want to personalize this CSV. And you can just refer to this documentation to see what kind of options you have available. You can also specify the escape character. And here you will see what is the default. You can specify the header line number. If you want to ignore empty lines, what is the quote string that you're using? So you can use the, why do I keep going to that one? So you can use the input option to do any of those. And you can also use the output one. So maybe for the next video, I'm going to show you the output one so you can see what other options you have for the output as well. All right. That was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you have any suggestions of anything else that I should be recording. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.